Good morning. I'm Detective Russell Constable, Russellconstable, and I'm a detective with the Austin Police Department's Child Abuse Unit. Thank you for joining us today as we address a deeply concerning incident that occurred in our community on September 20th, 2025. I want to begin by thanking our fellow public safety partners, including the responding patrol officers, Austin Travis County EMS, Austin Fire Department, our crime scene specialists, and the Department of Family and Protective Services. I also want to acknowledge the community members who located the child, acted quickly, and contacted 911. Their decision to act made it possible for first responders to intervene swiftly and provide the care this infant urgently needed. Most importantly, we are thankful that the child is safe and receiving appropriate medical care. At this time, the infant remains in the hospital for observation and continued care and is under the supervision of medical staff and DFPS. We are happy to report that the child is doing very well and is thriving in the care of medical professionals. On Saturday, September 20th, 2025, at approximately 1:37 p.m., Austin police officers responded to a check welfare call in the 8600 block of North Lamar Boulevard, where a newborn baby had been found in a dumpster. Officers in EMS and fire department personnel arrived promptly and transported the infant to a local hospital, where the child continues to receive care. Detectives from the Austin Police Department's Child Abuse Unit, along with our crime scene specialists, processed the scene, gathered evidence, and interviewed witnesses. Based on the information developed during this investigation, we believe that Nelly Dinora Rivera Felipe was the individual who abandoned the newborn at that location. On Monday, September 22nd, 2025, Ms. Rivera Felipe was arrested and booked into the Travis County Jail. She is currently charged with abandoning or endangering a child with imminent danger, a second-degree felony. The investigation is still active and ongoing. While this case is heartbreaking, it highlights the importance of community awareness and swift responses to children in need of aid. To that end, we would like to remind everybody that the state of Texas has a safe haven law, which provides for people to self-surrender a child younger than 60 days old to a location without being prosecuted. These locations include a hospital, an EMS station, a freestanding emergency medical care facility, a fire station, or a child placing agency licensed under Chapter 42 of the Human Resources Code under certain conditions. The Austin Police Department remains committed to seeking justice and ensuring the well-being of those who cannot protect themselves. With me today are our partners from Austin Travis County EMS, Austin Fire Department, Department of Family and Protective Services, and we're all available for questions.
What type of charges do you think she might face, and were there any extenuating circumstances?
I cannot provide information as far as any extenuating circumstances for this. At this point, we have the one charge filed, but that doesn't mean that other charges won't be filed.
And how were you able to track down Ms. Rivera? Was there security camera footage that you guys looked at?
Yeah, so we were able to, with the help of security videos and members of the community there, that's how we were able to identify her.
Is there any information on the condition of the baby when it was initially transported to the hospital?
I can't provide as far as that, but the good thing is that the baby is doing well now.
We know the baby's a newborn, but how old is the baby?
So we don't have an exact, birth date or time. As far as our investigation goes, the best information that we have is that sometime on September 19th.
Is it a defense to not be aware of the safe haven law?
That's going to be a question for a court or a judge or the prosecutors to decide.
Is there anyone else that's potentially the APD is looking at as a possible suspect, maybe the spouse or?
At this point in our investigation, we don't have any other suspects identified.
Was that baby born in a hospital, birth certificate, or do we know?
As far as our investigation, we don't believe so.
Did she give any sort of reason why?
So she did provide a statement, and with that statement, she believed the child was lifeless.
And the suspect is the mother?
Yes, ma'am.
Take one more.
She didn't say anyone else was involved, perhaps, or the father, or anyone?
At this point in the investigation, we don't have any other suspects.
What is the condition of the suspect right now? Is she healthy?
So I can't comment on her health, but she is in Travis County Jail.
Good morning. Angela Peoples, Department of Family Protective Services. That's ANGELAPEOPLES. We would definitely want to inform the community about the Safe Haven law. There's the Safe Haven and Baby Moses hotline. We encourage any family that needs additional information about this law to please contact the 1-800 number to seek out information about appropriate secure places to assist with this situation.
Do you feel like there is widespread awareness in Austin about the Safe Haven law or not?
I feel like there is widespread awareness, but we would definitely like to encourage anybody in the community that needs additional information, and we as a department and all of our stakeholders along are trying to get out as much information as we can about this hotline.
For someone who believed that the child was lifeless, what sort of other options would you say are available?
We would always encourage families to contact the local EMS, contact law enforcement if you end up in a situation of this. The Baby Moses hotline is always available, but EMS and Austin Police Department should be their first resource.
Is it,
Question. A lot of people are interested in adopting this baby. Would her family be considered first, or would the baby just, would anybody can adopt it? How does it work?
The department always considers family first as an option. Anybody interested in adopting or being a placement option, I would encourage them to reach out to the department to begin the process.
I know y'all have provided some statistics that the Safe Haven law since 2020 has only been used 7 times.
I'm not 100% sure on those specific assistance. I do know there have been 11 safe surrenders within the state of Texas this year. None have been in Travis County.
Have you ever talked with Larcy Frausto, which is the woman who gave her CPR at the moment it was found on the dumpster? She is interested to foster her. Have you ever heard anything about from her?
We won't talk about specifics of the case, but we encourage anybody that would like to be an option to reach out to the department.
Okay, another question. The lady that rescued her is creating a GoFundMe and collecting money. Do people need some sort of money to be able to adopt a child?
You do not need money to directly adopt a child. There is a process, their local adoption agency to help with obtaining that if you would like to become a foster or adopted parent.
Do you have approximate numbers of how many children are in need of adoption in Travis County?
Unfortunately, I do not have those numbers. That's something that we can provide, but at this point, I don't have the numbers of children available for
Do
adoption.
you think it's thousands or hundreds? I know it's kind of hard to pin down.
And I would hate to estimate
Okay,
without having the specific numbers.
And going forward, this may be for APD as well, but will the mother have contact with the child, or will be allowed to have contact with the child ever again?
And that's something that we don't discuss, kind of like the future status of things. The child is in the custody of the Department of Family Protective Service, and we'll proceed like most traditional cases that we move forward with.
We'll take one more.
Just to reiterate, just talking about the Baby Moses law, I mean, is there a message you want to say to anybody who's found in a similar circumstance?
I definitely want to encourage anybody that's found in the similar circumstances, this is before or after the baby's born, please seek out and get help. There's safe ways to ensure that your baby can find a safe and stable home. This hotline is there to help educate the communities. And also, please, if you find yourself in this situation, reach out to local law enforcement and EMS to ensure the safety of the newborn baby.